Hey guys, I was doing a small example for a robotic system, and I wanted to create iterative plots in my program. And every time I do that in Spider or Jupyter Notebook, what happens is for every iteration I get a new plot here in the console, and with the help of the internet, I found out the solution as to how you make iterative plots. So this is just a tip as to how to go about it. And if you just like this, just then I think it will be useful. So the first step you have to do is to go to preferences, and this is the main step over here. And then you go to IPython console, then you go to the graphics, then you come down, set the backend to automatic. What this does is it gives you a graph in a new window. I'll tell you what I'm talking about in a few minutes. So set this to automatic, hit apply and OK. Then for those effects to come into change, Python has to restart. So you have to close Python and you have to open it again. And I've done all of that. So here we are. So let me just show you what I was talking about. So let's just import. So I'm just gonna say, I'm just gonna define a figure here, not figure, set limits 0 to 10. Then I'm gonna do while in. I'm gonna just draw a sine wave so that it's easier for you guys to understand. I mean, it's the easiest to understand this, so it's like that. So I'm just gonna give it a time variable like np.linspace. This just gives us some 100 equally placed variables, and then I'm gonna say y is equals to np.sine t. Then I'm gonna go about plotting this plot t comma y comma, give it a color cyan, cyan, whatever, and then I'm just gonna give it a star. And I think this is about it. How to create like a new plot. When you hit enter, so you have your plot in a new window. So once you figure this out, from here it is very easy. After these three steps, I'm just gonna delete the t variable. I'm just gonna make it 0 and give it a little space here just for the sake of it. I'm gonna give an iteration variable I is equals to 0.1. that will be the step size, and I'm just gonna say while t is less than 10, just move these in. So I'm gonna increase t plus equals I. This is the same as t equals t plus 1, I. And just a little step here. This is a new function that we use. It's called plt.pause. This just pauses the graph, and if you have any questions about how this works, you just go to where my cursor is here right after pause, and just hit Control and I or Command I, and here in the help section you should get whatever help you need. This works for everything, and this is what I use most of the times. And I think we are pretty much done here. So let me see if this works. Okay, I'm gonna just hit run, and as you can see, we have a plot that changes with each iteration. Perfect. Now, one more thing is that like in this plot, you're seeing all the points throughout the graph, and some people don't want that, and or some examples don't really need that, or some projects don't need that. Some people don't need every point on this iteration, they just need the point itself when it was going through that iteration. So I'm just gonna add another simple function here to do that. It's called the plt.clf condition. The problem with this, however, is that this will clear the figure, and as you can see, if I hit Ctrl and I, it will show you the same, clear the current figure. And since you're doing this, you have to give the access to this again. So you will go about like this. You give this, and right after this I'm going to put this. Okay, set its into this, and let's run and see. I think this should be good. As you can see, you're just getting the point in the iteration of that loop. So that is how you go about doing this. These are just two simple things that you do, and I just wanted to show you a quick kind of an animation effect as to how you would also go about it. Like how if you're now, for example, this is for like 10 seconds, but what if my time has to go beyond that, right? So let's just say I'm just gonna give it 100 seconds here, or you know what, that's too much. Just gonna give it 30, and the x row will be changing now from say the x limit or the x axis will also dynamically change with your graph. So how would we go about doing this? So this would be, I'm just going to put it t minus 5 and t plus 10. Just going to do that and see what happens here. As you can see, your x-axis is also changing dynamically with your graph, and this is also important in a few situations. And yeah, and again, if you don't want the plot, if you want all the values, you can just comment this out, and that would give you the same thing. Once this is done, I'm just gonna stop this. Hopefully this will stop. Oh no, it's not. Anyway, you understand how to go about this. I hope that this was easy to learn. Just a little tip, you can use this kind of dynamic plotting to create other effects. Like I've created this droplet effect. This is pretty much straightforward. Once I play this, you will understand what I'm talking about. This just creates random points. It creates random circles of random sizes at random points. So this is also one way you can do about it. If you want me to run through the code of this, just leave a comment and I will definitely